Alright, I am back. Changed my name to something that be catchy. People look up, search for Liberty. Now it's Libertyville. I love that. Libertyville. Hopefully, I am in the full sphere of Libertyville. So the topic right now is socialism. You know, trying to deliver the truth bomb on socialism now. Well, the last time I spoke, it was the truth bomb about the Democratic Party, and they're not about maximizing liberty. That's the biggest line of shit ever perpetrated on
You have been notified.
Oh, thank you. That's my notification. It's my Klingon notification. I don't know if you heard that. Yeah. I wrote that personally, composed that notification sound. So, yeah, as it turns out, socialism. So here we go. We have claims that Europe is socialist, and wow, lovely, lovely. Okay, no. Full socialism was tried in Cuba, failed. Tried in Venezuela, failed. It all ends up in communism. Okay, Eastern Europe, they tried it also, failed. Poland, partially, I think. Just a bit unclear about that, but yeah, failure. In fact, environmental failures, one after another, because of just disgusting business practices by the socialists there. And in many countries that caused places to become irradiated, Chernobyl, massive dumping of chemicals, and places people can no longer go because it is so toxic. That's crazy. And we have seen that in America, but not on that scale. There's been some capitalism, that ended up in cronyism, which is a form of like socialism, really. People using the government to plunder. I picked up that from watching 5 Myths of Liberty program, Learning Liberty channel, something like that. Yeah, that's right, plunder. That's a good word. And so we come back to socialism. What is socialism? It's seizing markets. So what are they doing? They're seizing a market. And the market they want to seize here is the medical market. But the trouble is, they're going to have to seize the entire market because they realize that Obamacare is a bunch of crap and causes premiums to rise. So they want Medicare for all. So they want the government to dictate your health, dictate your doctors, dictate your medication, when you can see the doctor, if the doctor can profit as he should. Could he be a millionaire? Maybe, or maybe not. It's socialism. You just never know. People come here to this country to become doctors because they want to be millionaires. Yeah, wow, imagine that. It's capitalism. And capitalism is just horrible. It's wicked. It's a disgusting idea. Imagine people getting rich. And now, as we learn that more people are getting rich, people are moving from middle class to upper class to rich. Yeah. In this country, libertarian policies have proven to be in the superlatives, but they have not been applied in the superlative, and that's the problem. Abolishing corporate tax. We can have a consumption tax, and then we can split that with a income tax, a low income tax, and then we can have a variable consumption tax or sales tax, depending on type of the goods, and it would be goods only. Yeah, basically, we wouldn't tax services. So services and goods, not services, but goods. And that'd be fine. So that would give us what we call hyper economy. Well, because people are paying themselves as they do in business practices, they pay their bank to save up money to reinvest. So they're creating more business, so they're divesting, so that there's a return on their money. That's a divestment. So we have, I guess you could say it's investment also, but investments aren't necessarily, you expect a return. I'll get into that later. I'm a little bit foggy. I do get it though. There's a difference between investment and divestment. Not exactly. It is always divestment. It's never investment. And socialism really doesn't get this. So what I encourage people to do is go on to PragerU and John Stossel videos, and John Stossel really just knocks them out of the park. I mean, they have no rebuttal whatsoever for John Stossel. Is everything is illegal video. Oh, that's interesting. Basically, everything that the government has ever touched, they have ruined. Is that true? Yeah, actually, it is true. Let's see here. They have the golden rust. I don't know if that makes any sense, but they have the golden touch. But it turns everything to rust. So we have, let's see here. Mention the Denmark, where they're just flat out outrageously lying about that system. Well, they're paying over 50% tax rate too, and they're not getting what the government is promising them in Denmark. And then their system is falling apart. And then it's interesting. You have these supporters of the socialists here, and they're saying, AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, is doing such a wonderful job. She's brilliant. She's, they have all these superlative words for her. And the Green Deal has been completely debunked by John Stossel, and just nothing about it is true whatsoever. It's all bunk science. It costs more in carbon to manufacture all those high technology parts and pieces than it would to, the implementation, the money, the carbon that you'd be saving. It doesn't pay off. It really doesn't. And then solar just, is not the greatest, because there's nighttime. Nighttime prevents solar from working. So, and then you have cloud cover, and they're only about 25% efficient anyhow. There's just so many reasons why AOC, they're just really, they're seething jackasses, all of them. So think about that. Everybody that's running for president on the Democrat side is all for all that. It's for all this stuff, and they are just. I'll try to be nice here a little bit, but they're trying to polish a turd. Is what they're trying to do, and it's really sick. They're going to lie their way all the way to the presidency. Well, hopefully not if some of us can stop them from doing that. They're not going to lie all the way to the presidency and then screw everything up, repeal everything that Trump has done, and just really repeal the booming economy. Those guys have really tried to do that. They are that power bound. They are just nailed to the gun on power, and that's really sick. And thank you for watching.